If you're going to write a book, you need to know what you're going to write about. And the problem won't be that you won't have any ideas. The challenge will be, what is the right idea?
We're Roger and Carolyn Nielsen, and we've been writers for a very long time. And we love to help business people share their expertise through their books.
In this video, we'll discuss how to select an interesting subject, how to make the viewpoint fresh, and make sure that it's of value to your readers. For some reason, over the years, I've got my best ideas while shaving. I don't know whether it's because I'm calm and relaxed, but I also get ideas during the middle of the night. And by the side of the bed, I have a yellow tablet that I write my ideas down on. And sometimes it's gotten so bad that Carolyn has given to me as a present a nightlight so that I don't wake her up at night.
It really comes down to, what is it that's your expertise? What are you really interested in? What is it that people are always asking you to help them with? And it's usually something that you've been doing for a long time and something that you've developed a lot of systems and practical ways of helping people accomplish.
What you are searching for is a subject with a narrow focus, something that you know that nobody else knows, that you can elaborate on. An example of that is when I wrote my book, Writing Content. It was a subject that I knew, how to write a magazine article. I had done it for years. I knew the technology. I knew the system to use. And it was a narrow focus because not every one of us wants to write an article.
Right. But it is a very useful skill. If you're writing content for the internet or you're writing something for a newsletter, so you need that skill.
You need that skill. You need that information on how to do that.
So coming up with that idea for you was a natural.
Yes.
And for most people, coming up with the subject is going to be a natural. You're going to say, duh, why didn't I think of that before? Because it's just so obvious. Yeah, this is what I know, love, and care about. And this is something I want to share with people.
And it's got to be narrow enough that it's going to continue on being of interest to you.
Yeah. Really, one of the main keys is to know your reader and make the content relevant. So in one of our videos, we talked about visualizing your reader. Imagine you're sitting at the table with this person. You got a plate of cookies, you're just chatting away, munching. You're just totally relaxed and you're sharing something that your friend wants to know that you are an expert in. It's really that simple. You know your reader because your reader is your friend.
One caveat is that it has to be of interest to a large group of people. And it can't be so narrow, the focus so short, that your market, the people you want to talk to, is so small that you cannot continue on with other projects you may want to talk to them about.
Because along the line, you're going to want to do training,
speaking engagements,
right,
whatever.
Seminars. You want this group, or maybe several people doing blogs, people doing podcasts. There should be some Facebook groups or an association. And once you see that this group is organized, has a fairly large constituency, then you can feel comfortable that your business will have some growth potential.
Yes. But however, the group can't be too large because then you have competition and you may get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, you don't want it to be something that every woman in the United States is interested in.
Right.
It's got to be a group.
Large, but not too large.
Yeah.
At this point, don't worry too much about where you're going with your theme.
Yeah.
You will get more ideas as you do more research on your subject. But that it will be your theme. We've been calling the theme the subject, but the theme is this overall subject that you have chosen that you're going to write your book about.
And it may narrow as you go.
Yes,
And
it probably
that's
will
okay.
narrow. It probably
Yeah.
will narrow as you go.
Yeah, but it will come clear. It's a matter of doing enough research. We're going to talk in another video about doing research, but the key here is that you'll know when you've done enough research when it starts repeating itself. You start hearing the same thing.
You start hearing the
over
same
and
thing
over.
over and over.
Yeah,
And that will help you to know you found it.
I'm done. I've achieved my goal.
Right. We have a free gift for you. It is a book preparedness assessment checklist. It's a free gift. Check the link in the description below and you can download it. You can see immediately how close you are to writing your book.
We think that you're closer to write your book than you thought.